Hello everybody, my name is Chef Rob. Welcome, and I hope everybody is enjoying summer. And we are going to make a classic New England lobster roll. And then I'm going to show you some different ways if you want to change the recipe a little bit, because we like to switch things up here, right? So we're going to use about a pound of fresh lobster meat. So whenever you can get that lobster meat that's fresh, it's the best, okay? If you are using frozen lobster meat, make sure you defrost it in the refrigerator and then you squeeze out any extra water, because you don't want that flavor to be watered down, okay? So I have 1 pound of tails and claws, and I am just going to give this a nice chop, but I want to leave it pretty big because I want nice chunks of lobster in here. Lobster can get very, very pricey. If you get it in the off season when, you know, summer's not around, definitely a lot lower. I've seen it as low as $19 a pound, and I've seen it as high as $60 a pound. So that's quite a big range difference. Okay, sometimes it could be for different quality too. So I think this is nice chunks just like this, okay, for a nice lobster roll. And then we want to put in some celery. We're going to add in 2 cups of celery. Just make sure that you wash it really, really good, and you slice it or chop it very small. Okay, so it's going down just like that. Celery, when you are done with it, anything that you are not using, wrap in some aluminum foil. The aluminum foil will keep it fresh for over a month. But never wash it when you bring it home. Only wash it when you're about to use it. Just wash the amount that you need. Okay. Okay. So this is good. We're going to add this into our lobster meat. So a 1/2 cup of chopped celery. Now we're going to take some fresh lemon, and we're going to put in, you're going to roll this about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice for 1 pound of meat. If you can bring the lemon to room temperature before you're going to make this, you will certainly get a lot more juice out of it. Just squeeze it through your fingers, and that will catch any pits. And then just kind of tilt that a little bit. I want to get every drop of it. So this is a nice sized lemon. So out of 1 lemon, I will get 3 tablespoons approximately. And you can always check it later for a little bit of taste. You may say, I want a little bit more lemon in it. Okay, I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt and just a quick twist of black pepper. Just some freshly ground black pepper here. And then we're going to use about a 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. Use a good quality mayonnaise. And when you're putting the mayonnaise in, put a little less, and then you can always add more if you do want more, okay? Because you really just want to taste the good, fresh lobster, okay? And I'm going to show everybody how to change this around really well. One of my favorite things to add to this is a little bit of Dijon mustard. You can always add some chopped capers to this as well. And if you're having company, family, and you want to stretch this, because lobster being so expensive, well, you certainly could add a little bit of shrimp, some crab. Crab also could be expensive, but it can stretch it, and it is cheaper than the lobster meat usually. So this is good. If you could see, not too mayonnaise-y, perfect just like that. Now what I want to do is I want to take our New England style hot dog rolls, okay, which that is where the side is just like a slice of white bread, just like that. You can use the white ones. They sell whole grain ones as well. I'm going to make 2 of them right now, but 1 pound of lobster meat, you should get about 6 lobster rolls out of it. Before you start doing this, take your butter, just a couple tablespoons, and if you could see how nice and soft this is, not melted, but nice and soft. And I'm just going to spread this right on the outside of the rolls, just a little bit. And I'm going to turn on my burner right here. I'm going to let that get nice and hot. And now turn to the other side, and we're going to toast these in the pan and get them really nice and toasty and fill it with this lobster salad. Okay, so let's take our New England rolls. I'm just making 2 of them now. Like I said, you will get about 6 nice sized lobster rolls out of this. Now, when I said if you want to change this around, if you wanted to change this like a Florida one, like Key West lobster roll, you could take some avocado and you could take a little bit of key lime juice and mix that in instead of the lemon juice to turn it around a little bit. There's also a Louisiana lobster roll, and that you can put a little bit of this, the Cajun seasoning, and that just put in a little hint of it because you don't want to lose the lobster flavor. So just put a little bit of this in there if you want to kick it up just a little bit and have a little spice to it. And then California, almost like the Florida lobster roll, avocado too. So we could take some fresh avocado here. And I'm just going to go right down the center, right against the pit, just like this. Okay, nice and ripe. And now I'm just going to take the pit out. I'm just going to slice this small little chunks because you want it to be the chunks of the lobster meat as well. So I'm going to make 1 California one and 1 classic New England. I like to just take it and kind of like quarters and just take the meat right out of the avocado. If the avocados aren't ripe and you need them pretty soon, put them in a brown paper bag with a tomato, an apple, or a banana, and they will ripen really quick, probably within 2 days the most. If there's a little brown on there, you just get rid of that. The Hass avocado is best for it. Okay, and now I'm just going to cut this into nice little chunks just like this. I want to keep an eye on my rolls getting nice and golden brown, so I'm going to flip this over. So you don't need to put any butter in the pan because the butter is on the roll, and when the heat hits it, it makes it nice and golden. So it's almost like there's some oil or butter in the pan already. Okay, so just go back to this, just kind of slice this a little bit. And this is perfect with summer salads. There's nothing like a lobster roll. So let's just check the other side of these. Just about. Just give them another second. I always like to check them so they don't get too dark too quickly. Okay. How are we going to serve this? Gotta serve them only one way. They belong in these, right? So go get some of these at one of the stores. They have these. These are like the little lobster boats, the to-go food. Okay. So I'm going to put 2 of these just like this here. I'm turning off my burner. I'm just going to open this up just like this. Okay. Just like that. And now we're just going to fill this with some lobster meat, and you'll see how much is left just by making the 2 of them. That's perfect. And now I can either mix the lobster with the avocado or just kind of put it right on top. And then you have a California lobster roll. Again, if you want to spice it up a little bit and have a Cajun one, put a little Cajun seasoning in there. And of course, you've got to serve this with some lemon. All seafood's got to get some lemon in it. So I'm just going to take a little wedge of lemon, just like this. Just kind of turn it, cut a little slice in it like that. That actually makes it not kind of go all over the place. It kind of makes it squeeze really good in here. And I can hang this right off the edge here. And now, so I'm going to give you an example. If you're having a dinner party and you want it a little bit more fancier, okay? Summertime, we don't have to get really, really fancy, but we could always put some chips in with it. So we can put it in a bowl just like this, put the lemon right next to it. Whoop. It doesn't want to stay. And now put some nice crisp chips, and then nothing better than some corn on the cob, just like that. So this is a really nice, easy seafood dish. Again, if you want to add shrimp, you can add crab to this. You can double this recipe. Capers in it, so twist it up a little bit. You can add the lime juice, for the key lime juice with the avocado, gives it nice flavor. So everybody, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy summer, and I hope you have one of these this summer. Stay well, everybody. Goodbye.